Yo, what it do? What it do? What it do when you're doing it? Man, that was football. That was football right there. You know, finally got to see the new team. Orgy, Davis Warren, those dudes look good. They looked good. And that was a physical game. For a spring game, that was physical. I ain't gonna front. Like, no, this ain't no shade to Ohio State or nothing. This was just, if you watch that, that was a physical game. Like, that was honestly, I was impressed by how physical it was, even for it being Michigan. Like, they were physical. Hold on, let me get my glass. Let me get my glasses so I can see good. They don't see damn Ohio State. Yeah, they ain't like that because that was physicality. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a physical team, and this is why I try to tell them, if you want to be physical and be a physical team, you have to be physical in practice, or when you have an opportunity to be physical, or not even be physical. When you got an opportunity to play football, because football is physical. You know what I'm saying? So when you got an opportunity to set the tone for what you want to be for the season, you go out there and you hit. Them boys was hitting. I like that. I like that. Them boys was out there hitting. Jimmy Rolder, what's his name? Zeke Berry. Everybody was hitting. Them boys was out there hitting. Blitz pickups. I'm talking about you hearing pads popping. Yep. McBurrows, Barham, them boys was out there hitting. And it really didn't I should have wrote down his name. The young dude coming through, I think he's a freshman. Coming through as a line, coming through the line, playing linebacker. Like, from starters to third and fourth strings, them boys was out there trying to hit, trying to play football. That mentality that we're going to be physical, they're keeping with that. You know what I'm saying? So that was nice to see. Let's see. Quarterbacks. Orgy looked good. I'll just start with Orgy. Orgy looked pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that he came up a little limp at the end. Hopefully it's a lot of nothing, but he looked pretty good, taking what the defense gives him. The only problem I see with that is sometimes you can leave plays on the field and this is just a spring game, so I ain't going to harp on this like it's, okay, this is who he is fully during the season and everything. You know what I'm saying? But you want to see Orgy. The middle of the field seems like that's what he likes, just from what we saw. But what you really need your quarterback. All right, what can you do on the outside? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that it looks like with Orgy. Davis Warren, the forgotten man, because he was hurt most of last year. That's why we really didn't see him. He can throw that thing. He can throw it. Davis Warren, his poise when the blitz was coming, also understanding what's there, when to take his shot. He looked good. I can't front. He looked good. He looked poised and ready to go, knowing what the defense was giving him, what to take. He looked good. Like, he did look good. Let's see. Kennel Milken says, I hope this spring game will help UM fans to calm down. Orgy was impressive, made all types of throws. Also, did not have access to RPO since quarterbacks were not live. That's facts. That's a fact right there. Warren can throw against third and fourth stringers. They tried him out last season. It was bad every time. Well, I mean, he wasn't just going against third and fourth stringers today, really. You know, I mean, it was a mix and match defense. So he looked good when in the first quarter, though. He looked good. You know what I'm saying? So all I can take on that is what he looked in this. But I understand what you're saying. You know, I understand what you're saying. Davis Warren didn't play much last year, though. He was hurt. He didn't play much last year. Let's see. Yeah, he would have scored on that last drive for sure. Denegal, he's not ready. He ain't ready. He ain't ready to be no starter. And that's one thing I know. If I took anything from this game, is Denegal is not ready to start. He's not. Definitely not. He gets flustered after his first read or whatever. He gets flustered, and he's one of those dudes that looks that when he gets flustered, he'll throw one of those. Yeah. All right, I try it. Can't do that. He threw, what did he throw? One pick. He probably could have threw 3, maybe even 4 in this game. Yeah, he just didn't look ready at all. Ohio fans been trolling on Twitter, but as someone who unfortunately lives in Columbus, Ohio, and has been trash talked before for being a Michigan fan, their trolling comes off to me as worry, in my opinion. They trolling because all they can do is try to troll right now. They can't really say anything of substance because all we're going to do is say, we're the champs. So who cares what you say, loser? Loser, who cares what your opinion is? Didn't we beat y'all last year? Didn't we beat y'all the year before? Didn't we beat y'all the year before? Like, they can't say nothing. All they can do is try to make up something. Oh yeah, they were waiting. They were hoping we played a spring game like them, soft. You know what I'm saying? They were hoping we played 2-hand touch like they did, but no, them boys was out there hidden. There go Rufus, Michael Goat Bucks. Yeah, them boys was out there hidden. Rufus. That's physicality. You know, physical. Not even physical. That's football. we was out there playing football. Did y'all check in with your PO? I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. I guess you talking about Denard or something. I guess. Okay. Yeah, we did. We look better than OSU already. Soft ass team trying to buy a title. Yeah, and I like the I like the culture. The culture is back. You know what I'm saying? Of how Michigan is and how they want to play. We're going to be physical. We're going to be physical and nasty. That's how we're going to play, especially on defense. Offense, we're going to be physical in the trenches on the offensive line. We're going to impose our will onto you for 4 quarters and see if you can handle it. You might be able to handle it in the first. You might be able to handle it in the second. Third quarter, now we start finding out who can't handle it. In fourth quarter, you can just give it up. You know what I'm saying? So that's the mentality. And honestly, it was nice to see. You know, it was nice to see that them boys was hungry. That's what I saw. You know, that didn't look like a team that was, you know, okay, we just won the title last year and, you know, our veterans are gone. It's on. Them boys was hungry. Like, okay, it's my turn. It's my turn. Let's get out here and get after it. Let's get after it. And I really like to see that. That's just like OSU fan don't want to talk about the game. Say you think you're winning with BS side issues. Get out of here. Hey, Antoine ain't got time for you today, bro. He ain't got time. You know what You know what I can't figure out, and this is a smaller issue. What is going on with Cole Cabana? Like, this dude is in the doghouse worse than CJ Stokes. This man can't get a carry in the spring game. Like, bro, how far on the depth chart down are you? You can't get a carry in the spring game, bro. They brought Cole Cabana in to block for Fred Moore on a reverse. Sheesh. Like, come on. Like, and another thing I'm tired of seeing Dunlap in the spring game. I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of seeing him get 20 carries in the spring game. I'm tired of him. Like, how many years is this guy gonna stay? Like, I'm tired of seeing this dude. Like, I really wanted to see Cole Cabana for it, get a catch or something, try to get him in space. Like, I want to see this dude. But I don't know. This dude is deep in the doghouse, I guess. But Fred Moore caught that pass, took it like 50 from Davis Warren. And Davis Warren just looked good. I mean, you can say what you want, but all we can do is evaluate what we've seen. He looked nice. Whether it was a blitz coming, his poise, whether he was rolling out the pocket, trying to make something happen, he just looked good all around. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. As far as him, he looked good. Bro, that's what I was thinking. Like, bro, what this dude this dude must really love Michigan because he's been here for a long, long time. This dude, Dunlap, is like this dude. I ain't going nowhere. This dude just gonna stay around. Like, I don't get it. Yeah, that's true. And you know, Orgy, the thing I think that we didn't really see, because they ain't gonna show you everything. The thing about Orgy is he just kind of takes what's there for the most part. You know what I'm saying? He's hitting those drags and those tight end, those plays of those tight ends. He's hitting them. And with a dude like that, he's not gonna have to. Davis Warren is a true, pocket passer quarterback. Orgy, if he just stays ahead of the chains a little bit, it's going to be, you're just going to keep moving the chains because he's going to be able to do so much more with it. You know what I'm saying? As far with his legs, you know what I'm saying? So you're getting that dual threat with him. So when Orgy just takes that 6-7 yards on a first down or something on a drag, I mean, with any quarterback, that's love. But with a dude like Orgy, you know what I'm saying? It's real love. Orgy is plenty good enough. He proved that on the last drive. You can't let people's stupid comments like dinking and dunking up the field deter you. Yeah, dinking and dunking up the field that's consistent offense. Tom Brady made his living off dinking and dunking most of his career in New England, dinking and dunking. You know what I'm saying? Dinking and dunking only gets bad. It's only bad dinking and dunking if you can't put it in the end zone. Like if you dinking and dunking all the way up the field, and then when you get in the red zone, up field goal, then it becomes a problem. But if you can get it in the end zone, like if you can continue to dink, dunk, and then all the way on in the end zone, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Just like last year, we didn't have big bomb plays last year. You know what I'm saying? It was mostly JJ kind of dinking and dunking, medium passes, 15, 20 yards. You know what I'm saying? And we get down to the 5, touchdown Blake. You can count it. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you can get in the end zone, it don't matter about dinking and dunking, because if you dink and dunk, you can wear out the defense. You know what I'm saying? So you got Orgy, Donovan, what's his name? Khalil Mullins, Benjamin Hall, wearing you out, you dinking and dunking down the field. That's ball control offense. That's what makes defenses quit in late third quarters, early fourth quarters or even late fourth quarters. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes them quick because they've been on the field so long. My worry is kicking field goals this year. That's a possibility. It's a possibility. Hey, because we did miss that one. Yep. Yep. And you know the thing about Orgy is on like those rollouts, like when he rolled out and he ran it in for the first touchdown. You know, him if there's a player in the like 2 yards ahead of him, it ain't even worth him to throw that. Like you are the check down, like Joel Klatt likes to say, you are the check down. You know what I'm saying? With those legs, you want to make that dude be a blocker. Let's see. But yeah, just overall, the defense looked good. That defense looked real good, especially for him to be mixed and matched. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that was just a starting defense. That defense looked good. Like just most of the defensive players, like Waller, Hill, Jimmy Rolder, you know what I'm saying? Hausman, Barham, TJ, guys shooting off the screen. Thank you. We need that. We need that depth at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of young talent and dudes that have been waiting their turn. That defense might be something serious. You know what I'm saying? That defense might be better than last year's. I know it's early to say that, but it might be, honestly. You know, Zeke Berry flying around, you know, coming on those blitzes, looking good, you know, because Zeke is a bigger kind of dude, you know. He's more physical. Like Mikey was nothing but lean muscle. Nothing but lean muscle. Like he's not a bigger type dude. You know, Zeke, I think that gives you a little more versatility is because he's just more physical player or built. He's built bigger, I guess you could say. You know what I'm saying? He's just a bigger dude than Mikey. You know what I'm saying? So him coming on those blitzes, even though Mikey didn't miss many tackles, but I think it just brings another level of physicality because he's just a bigger dude and he's a physical kind of guy. Treppa go kiss off for rings. Yeah, JJ got that hardware. JJ got eight, 9 rings up there. Trying looking like Brady or something. JJ was on the sideline looking like Thanos. Yeah, he was. That new tight end looked like a starter out there. Can't remember his name. Klein. Yeah, they say he's supposed to be a stud. Say he comes from like Australia or somewhere. He ain't played football that long, but Loveland says he's taller than Loveland and he's faster. They say he's one of the fastest dudes on the team. So he should be a stud. You know what I'm saying? And that's just even better for Michigan because, you know, everybody knows Michigan wants to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? So if you got 2 tight ends, hopefully he can block. If you got 2 tight ends that are studs, there's just a lot you can do with that, you know, in 2 tight end sets and then also splitting them out wide, you know, because Loveland's going to get split out wide quite a bit this year, obviously, since we're thin on receivers. But what was that? Ronnie Bell's brother had a nice touchdown catch, Kendrick Bell. Beautiful throw by Davis Warren, understanding what was there, understanding how to understanding what type of ball needed to be thrown in that situation. Put some air on it. Let your receiver run up under it. You know, not sure what. Okay, Germany. Yeah, Germany. I said Australia. Yeah, Germany. But yeah, understanding. Not sure what the corner was doing on that. He was already playing off, and he still got lit up. You know, that's a young corner, confused out there. You know, that happens. We got Hogan and Brady coming too. But yeah, that was a good spring game, you know, physical physical. I love the physicality of that because that's what you want to be. If you want to be a physical team, you don't, well, we're not going to hit too much today, guys. Why not? Aren't we supposed to be physical? Why wouldn't we be hitting? Well, that don't really make sense, coach. Can't say you want to be tough or we're tough and then y'all ain't hitting. He's our star running back. We don't want to hit him. Well, what's he playing for? The rest of us trying to get better and trying to hit. If we can't hit him, what are you out here? We trying to play football. So that's what I like to see. Donovan out there, our star running back, he out there getting hit because you're playing football. This ain't 7-on-7, so I like that. Ben Hall, he looked pretty good. I felt like sometimes he was trying to dance a little bit too much, but besides that, later on when it got a little more serious, when they got down, he looked good. He went back to more straight ahead, all right, put that foot in the ground and let's go. I thought he was dancing a little bit too much earlier. It also didn't help that them boys was in the backfield on a lot of them plays, so that didn't help either. Let's see. Yeah, the defense was coming at him. That's what I'm saying. Defense was on him. So a lot of those plays that he was in for, there wasn't a hole really. He was trying to dance and find something, trying to make something out of nothing. But you have to be careful with that. The only reason I bring it up is because you have to be careful with that, trying to make something out of nothing. Sometimes the best play is to just power on in there and try to get one, try to get two. Sometimes that's the best play. You know what I'm saying? Davis Warren, QB1, he can make all the throws and manage the offense. Orgy isn't going to be able to make enough throws in a game. Teams are going to take away those easy underneath throws. You could be right about that, but it's also the spring game. We can't take too much from the spring game. You can't take too much. Davis Warren looked good. Like, I'm not going to front, but I can't say he's better. He should be the starter over Orgy just yet, or that he's won, because the things that Orgy's going to bring to the table, he can't really showcase in the spring game, because if he gets touched, the play's dead. You get what I'm saying? So, but Davis Warren looked good, but I'm not ready to say he should be the starter just yet. I do like the way he processes things, and he looks like a true quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He looks like a true quarterback. Sometimes Orgy looks like a athlete trying to play quarterback a little bit. To me, Orgy's a little stiff in the pocket. It's like he's trying to look the part a little bit too much with his drop back and when he steps up. Because when you're staying in that stance and you're real stiff about it, you can miss throws. I think he needs to relax a little bit in his drop back. I guess y'all had to watch the game in 4K to see what y'all saw. To see football, to see them hitting. I could have been blind and understood what was going on in our spring game because pads was popping. If I was blind and listened to OSU spring game, I wouldn't know what the hell was going on. Because wasn't no hitting going on. Wasn't no physicality going on. Wasn't no big hits and they hollered like, woo! I had a couple moments. I was like, woo, them boys out there hitting. That stuff y'all did last week, that was a joke, bro. I ain't gonna front. Like, no shade to Ohio State, but that stuff we watched y'all do last week, that was a joke. That was a joke. Like, that wasn't no football. I know Fox was probably like, man, did we just why we put this on? And everybody tuned out of the second half of that game. Everybody. When Ohio State spring game after halftime, I think everybody watched a couple plays and it was like, all right, that's a wrap for this. I'm not watching no more of this. Even Zach Smith, one of your online king, he said, I'm not watching this anymore. Y'all old fans don't want to watch that nonsense. Come on. People don't want to watch that. That's soft stuff. I like Jair Hill. I think he pairs with Will Johnson better. He will be able to cover these fast receivers while Will Johnson takes on the big receivers. Yeah, I mean, we're going to see. Waller looked pretty good too. Them boys was looking good flying around. I ain't going to front. That defense will look good. You know, especially the dudes that we know are on the edge of starting or being backups. All of them dudes looked really good. Like I was a little bit surprised, honestly, how, and I guess this just comes with them being in the system this long and wink, not changing anything. You know what I'm saying? So them boys, most of the defense looked like they weren't thinking. Like they knew their jobs. The dudes that were either close to being a backup, a starter, backup, or a rotational guy, all those dudes look like they knew their job. Like, and on defense, offense, when you play football, to play fast, you have to know what you're doing. You have to know what your job is. That's what you have to do. You have to know your job to play fast. And most of that defense, anybody that's trying to be in the rotation, they knew their job and they were playing fast. And it looked good, honestly. Zeke Berry looking like he's ready. Yeah, he's right on time. He right on time. Zeke Berry is right on time, right on schedule. I honestly thought it would have been him to shine last year instead of Keon Sabb, but it turned out to be Sabb. Okay. That's what happens. But Sabb left and Zeke is right on schedule. The Zeke bus coming right on time. I was waiting for you. Thank you. Right on time. He coming in right on time. Ohio players spend more time dancing like they're at a New York ball and drag racing at night than popping pads on the field. Yeah, they ain't popping like that. And to me, that's going to bring us back to when the game comes around, who is more physical in those trenches? That's what it's going to come down to. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, the game, because that's pretty much what it always comes down to. Whoever runs the ball best wins. Whoever can impose their will and be more physical wins. So it's going to be nice to see, and I'm glad that they're continuing that. And I like what I heard from Sharon Moore when he was talking at the ring ceremony, you know, talking about hardball. My friend, my mentor, you know. So this is a dude that's teaching me and I'm learning from hardball. You know, I learned from hardball. I like that. Did you see Ohio State taking pictures like us? I seen that the other day. They trying to copy the swag, trying to put on the buffs. You know what I'm saying? Trying to put on the buffs. Yeah, I got me here. Yeah, I'm on the team. You know what I'm saying? I got me some buffs. Yeah. WillJohnson.com. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm on the team. I'm tired of y'all. I'm on the team. Yeah, I got me some buffs too. I'm on the team. How do I feel about the offensive line? We didn't really run the ball well. Well, and that's why I was saying in my other videos, my other lives, you weren't going to be able to take much from the offensive line in this game because it's a mix and match offensive line. They do a draft. So you can't take nothing from the offensive line from the spring game because it's not a starting offensive line, the second team offensive line or third team offensive line. They did a draft. So a starter might be over here, a starter might be over there, a backup here. You know what I'm saying? It's a mix and match offensive line. You can't take nothing from that. Like, you just can't. But I'm not worried about the offensive line, honestly, because these dudes have been in the system getting coached by Sharon Moore for all of these years. Most of the dudes that are going to start offensive line, they're redshirt sophomores. Chris Hinton, what's he, a fourth or fifth year senior? And redshirt juniors. Like they've all been in the system for 3 years or longer for the most part. So I'm not really worried about them. You know, I'm not really worried about the offensive line. Sharon knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing with them. And it's not like the cupboard was bare, you know. I like Donovan Edwards' attitude when he got the interview. Yeah, he's stepping into it. I mean, let's be real. Donovan got humbled last year. He got humbled, you know, and that happens to all of us. That happens to everybody in life. We all get humbled, you know. Lucky for him, he got humbled and won a national championship and had his best game of the year in the national championship. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. So, but that humbling made him come back. Because we need him. Thank you for coming back. We need him, you know. So now he knows the mistakes he made last year, you know, probably talking too much, not being humble. You know, there's a thin line between confident and cocky. You know what I'm saying? And when you go over that line to cocky, a lot of the times you get humbled. You know what I'm saying? Fred Moore and Tyler Morris are good enough, in my opinion. Both look good. Yeah, both of them look good. Both of them look good. We just really need to you just want dudes that you can count on at receiver. You know what I'm saying? When the game gets mucky and you need big time first downs, you want somebody that's going to run a crisp route and has the timing down with the quarterback, and he's going to catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? You want somebody that's going to catch the ball in crucial situations. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that we just got to wait and see, because none of them have had to be in that position yet. You know what I'm saying? So Roman and Cornelius are the ones that were in that position all last year. Now, luckily, we have Loveland back, the security blanket, but you still want a receiver to step up and, you know, because Loveland's going to get a lot of attention this year. So Tyler Morris or Fred Moore, somebody's got to step up and be like, all right, Loveland, you're the big time tight end. I'm about to be the number one receiver, and look to me, Orgy. I'm going to get open and I'll catch it. Throw that thing over here. Throw that thing over here. I got you, you know. Let's see what we got. Warren has a ton of JJ in him. Closest thing to a pro QB we have. He has the arm strength. Samaj claims he's the fastest QB also. Said he can hit 22. Yeah. Davis Warren did look good. I can't front. The touch on his passes and the feel he had for the offense, he looked good. I'm not going to front. He did. Overall, I like what I've seen from both sides of the line of scrimmage. That defensive side, one more like they should be, but given that it was a missing match off O-line, they held up good and won a few battles. Yep. The linebackers look pretty good. The defense looked good for the most part. Like, besides a few plays here and there and some of the lower string kind of guys, third or fourth string kind of guys, for the most part, the defense as a whole looked good. Hausman, Barham, and Jimmy Rolder, Hood, all of them dudes look good and physical. coming and hitting, So they all did look good for the most part. Like I was definitely impressed because a dude like Jimmy Rolder, I've been waiting for him, and after a while, after I'm waiting, now it's time for me to. I ain't got no faith. I got to see you do it. So I was impressed by him coming up, hitting sideline to sideline. I liked what I saw out of him. I liked what I saw out of him, and some of the the freshman linebacker. I can't remember his name, but he flew through that gap. I like that. See it, and go do it. Defense looked good. They did. I'm expecting that defense to be something serious this year, honestly. Defense. Are you worried about the more blitzing packages that Wink is going to be bringing? Not really, because I think he's going to keep about the same. What's his name? I can't even think of the what was the former defensive coordinator's name? I can't even think of it. Yes, well, Sullivan is the linebacker. He looked good. But our mentor, Jesse Mentor. Man, I'm having a brain fart. No, I'm rusty. But Jesse Mentor, he used to blitz a nice amount too, bringing those corners. Like he would bring that corner a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind it because the defense knows the defense is used to that. So they know what they're doing. So when you bring that corner on that blitz, one, it helps if it's a run. Now you got extra run support. If it's a pass, it forces the quarterback to make a decision and get rid of that ball. If you don't, you're about to get sacked. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. I don't anticipate him blitzing a ton unless he has to. You know what I'm saying? Especially when our true defensive line is out there with Moore, Grant, Graham, and Josiah Stewart. You know what I'm saying? Them boys gonna get after it. And then with TJ Guy and some of the other guys looking like they can step in, Barham can rush the passer. I don't expect he's gonna blitz that much. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me, but I'm expecting he's gonna be bringing that corner blitz like they've been doing. Because it's highly effective. It is. It really is. I think Alex Orji would be good as a red zone quarterback, or put Alex Orji as a running back sometimes so we can run. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see. The front seven is elite this year, no question about it. Yes, sir. Wink will probably utilize some zone blitzes. Well, I'm expecting the defense to look for the most part like it did last year. A few wrinkles here or there, but it's the same scheme, and you don't want to change it. Like he was saying it today. I'm glad we finally got to hear him like in a game, not an actual game, kind of game situation. Get to, I'm not really changing anything for the players. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same scheme for the most part. You're doing the same kind of stuff. If it ain't broke, you don't want to. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to blitz like that if you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? There's really no need for it. You really think the defense will be better this year compared to last year, even with the loss of Rod Moore, Mentor, Mikey, and the experienced linebackers? I think it's a possibility. I think there's a possibility it might be. Just because the system is the same. We'll have to see how Wink calls plays. But this is my thing. So Rod Moore, he's hurt, but Quentin Johnson's been around a long time. Makari Page has been around a long time. Will Johnson is healthy. Will Johnson was hurt most of last year. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he can truly get back to his peak form as a football player. Now, the linebackers, as far as the linebackers, as good as Junior Colson was, he would get lost in the wash a lot because football just didn't come naturally for him to like watching plays develop. Some guys are naturally gifted. They can see the way a play is developing and know exactly what they're supposed to do. That didn't come that natural for Junior Colson. You know what I'm saying? But he could overcome it because he was big and fast. You know what I'm saying? Barham and Hausman are more true prototypical linebackers, like seek and destroy, like sideline to sideline. There's a gap. I know how to fill it, and so on and so forth. So there's a possibility that they're true upgrades at linebacker. You know what I'm saying? As good as Mike Barrett was, look how long it took him to really get good at linebacker because he's not a linebacker, prototypical. He's a safety. You know what I'm saying? It took Mike Barrett 5-6 years to really get like, okay, this dude is starting to peak at linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Barham and Hausman are prototypical and they're both sideline to sideline. So their feel for linebacker is probably ahead of Junior Colson's even from last year. Possibly. You know what I'm saying? Just their natural feel for the position. Now, the depth, we'll see. We'll see how far Rolder and Jaden Hood have come along. But I will say Rolder looked good today. I will say that. I was glad to see it. You know, but in the defensive line is just the defensive line. Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant are really coming into their own of, man, we something serious. You know what I'm saying? We saw Kenneth Grant start to really peak like I'm that dude around halfway through last year. You know what I'm saying? So with another offseason and another offseason to get better, them dudes is likely to be studs. Like, for real, like, what y'all gonna do with us? You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Plus Josiah Stewart and Derek Morris, they can still get better. You know what I'm saying? So that's the possibility that the defense could be better. Plus Zeke Berry in the safeties playing, whether he's playing safety, whether he's playing nickel. Zeke Berry, if this dude stays healthy, he's going to be a stud. Like, he's got the chance to be as good as anybody at safety or nickel. You know what I'm saying? Plus with McBurrows, I honestly think this defense might be a little bit more physical than last year's. I think it's going to be, I think that's going to be part of what can make it better. I think this defense is going to be physical. Like them boys, I think these boys is going to be hidden. Like last year, to me, last year, they didn't start hitting until about Ohio State. From Ohio State on, them boys was hitting. Like, I was like, boy, these boys is hitting. From Ohio State on, them boys was hitting. And it's just like they got more physical as it went along. Like, okay, these boys is out there hitting. I like this. I think this defense is going to be hidden from the jump. I think you have a few more physical type players that are going to be starting. Yeah, Mikey did. Mikey did wax him. That's what I'm saying, bro. Them boys was out there hitting. That spring game was way more physical than last year. Just the spring game was more physical. Them boys was hitting. I don't know what made them so hungry or what, but them boys was out there hitting. You know what I'm saying? When the dude came on the blitz in the third or fourth quarter and the running back picked it up, I'm not even sure who the running back was, but you heard it. You heard the pads popping like these boys are hidden. They popped Fred Moore on the sideline. He was out of bounds. They smacked him anyway. Like, boy, we out here hidden. I like that, boy. I like all that hitting. Only problem with all that hitting is you can get injured. You know what I'm saying? That's the only problem with being a real physical defense, because in game when you're physical like that and you're coming up and laying dudes out, sometimes you'll lay out your own teammate. Like, boy, I'm hitting. Yeah, I'm gonna hit somebody. Sometimes that happens with a physical defense. Like I used to, if you watched the Legion of Boom, sometimes them dudes would just be smacking each other because they coming up so hard and fast, trying to hit the offensive player, that the offensive player had been done got down or fail, and then they pop each other. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you have to do to be a physical defense like that. And I think this defense is gonna be like that, where they're gonna be laying dudes out. Like, but I like that. Yeah, they thought the sideline was gonna save you, boy. The sideline ain't gonna save you today, boy. We out here hitting. And I'm interested to see what Joel Klatt has to say, because he was at Ohio State's last week and he was at Michigan's today. I'm interested to see what he says about the different styles of spring game. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the rivalry. So we taking everything. I saw one of the offensive linemen drive the DT into the ground. I was surprised. Yeah, I mean our offensive line ain't, we got some studs there. They ain't been in the mix, but they ready. They ready. Both defense and offense. It's about being physical. That was a physical spring game. Like I was really watching it like, man, these dudes is getting after it. Like these dudes really getting after it. Yeah, Orgy was limping. I'm not sure what it was. I guess we'll find out at some time by somebody that's at practice. Somebody will tell us what he was, but he definitely was limping on that touchdown run. Ryan Day was watching this like, oh my. He probably was like, oh, maybe I need to change up my spring game. Because just like we had, if you don't want players to get hurt, don't play them in the spring game. It's that simple. Don't nobody want to see, like, if Donovan was out there and they weren't hitting him and they were faking like he's in the clear. I could have took it to the house. Oh yeah, we're not even trying, buddy, because we can't hit you. Henderson last week, I'm about to go to the house. It's like, bro, the defensive line is giving like 50% effort. Your linebackers are giving like 30% effort, and the secondary is like, forget about it. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? You don't want to get hit, don't play out there. Just sit on the sideline. It's that simple to me. You don't want to get hit? Well, this ain't for you. Superstar. Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear it on TV. Them boys was hitting. Oh, Buckeye Scoop. Oh, I'm sure Buckeye Scoop will let us know who got hurt and how bad it was. Oh, yeah. Michigan was out there hitting. I'm watching this game, and I'm just like, these guys are idiots. Yeah, Alex Orgy, he comes up limping. So just like, you guys are dumb. You guys trying to be so physical, and your quarterback got hurt. Yeah, we're going to blow them out. Right? Hey, that dude is something else, boy. You hate play hard, but you take your main guys out and let your second and 2D. Yeah, definitely. The thing is, you can get hurt almost anytime playing football. Practice, between practice and your practices and your scrimmages, you can always get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's like a knee or something like that a lot of the time, or your tendons or whatever just pop. You know, if you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna get hurt. You can't really worry about getting hurt all the time. You know what I'm saying? But if you are worried about it, stay your butt on that sideline. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why that's why I was saying, like, you had a dudes that I never even heard of out there flying around hitting. You know what I'm saying? And also, it's so early. The season don't start until late August, so it's a lot of time. There's a lot of time. Like injuries and nicks and knacks and all that stuff. You know that's gonna happen. You know, as long as it ain't nothing too serious. But you know, certain injuries, if they gonna happen, they just gonna happen. It's just your body is some certain injuries are your body's on a pitch count. And when you hit that pinch, that thing is finna pop. When you hit that certain pitch count, it's popping. It don't matter what you doing. You can be getting out the car in that thing. Oh, I'm done. Bing, I'm out. I'm done, coach. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is with certain injuries. We can all say the same thing to each other, but don't nobody know how they look till the season starts for real. Yeah, we're not talking about the season. We're just talking about we out there hitting while y'all playing patty cake, baker's man, baby cake. That's all we're talking about. Yeah, so that's all we talking about. Oh my god. Ryan Day, the type of guy to cry watching the Charmin ad saying that's so high up. What do you think about OSU's offense? Oh, there was a turnstile. They offensive line was a turnstile. Like they was coming right through. And I know they don't do like we do, where it's a draft. So that was actually their starting offensive line. Honestly, that was troubling to me. And this is no shade to Ohio State. This is just what I saw. If that's your starting offensive line, that's a little bit troubling to me. Going against Ohio State's defensive line because they're good. So when you go up with it against Michigan, you know, which is a long time from now, so they got time to get better. But you know, it didn't look promising. That's for sure. If you don't want your football team dancing, laughing, come in Michigan Shook Knight voice. Yeah, it honestly it was, bro. Like them dudes was really getting after it. I was honestly surprised. I honestly didn't think it was gonna be that physical. Like I was, and this is just my opinion. I know somebody gonna say, "Well, you're a homer. Who cares about your opinion?" Like I honestly didn't expect the defense to look that physical and fast, and I didn't expect some of those role players, or I guess I wouldn't call them role players, some of those backup and rotational players to look as good as they did. You know what I'm saying? Like they all looked confident and knew what they were doing for the most part until you got to like the fourth string guys. Then some of them they didn't have a clue. Yeah, they were getting pushed back. They were getting the guys were flying around the edge. They just their offensive line just didn't look good at all last week. And that's no shade to Ohio State fans. Like your offensive line just didn't look good. But you know, you could say, I know somebody's gonna say, well, your Michigan's didn't either. Well, that's not our starting offensive line. You just saw they're mixed and matched, so it's not the same. But you know, how many points we giving to Texas? I'm not sure just yet. I'm looking at Texas. Texas lost what? Xavier Worthy. They lost a running back, or did they lose two? So I'm trying to see is Texas's offense going to be Quinn Ewers or bust? If it's Quinn Ewers or bust, they might be in for a long day. Well, he might be. If Texas's offense is Quinn Ewers or bust, and they don't have a running game like that, he might be in for a long day. I'm just gonna keep it 100. Now, that's not to say that we just gonna win because of that, because our offense still got to do something. But if it's just on him, he gonna have a long day. And you know everybody's just guaranteeing us to lose to Texas, Oregon, Ohio State, and somebody else. They just guaranteeing it, like, bro. Yeah, Texas lost a lot, and people ain't talking about them like that because they still brought back Quinn Ewers. You know, quarterback can be the ultimate Mr. Fix-It, the quarterback. But you know, when you lose a lot of pieces around you, hey, it might be harder playing quarterback than it was last year, especially going against Michigan's defense. It ain't gonna be no cakewalk for him, and especially if he don't have a run game to take some of that pressure off of him. Oh man, he gonna have a long day. That's just I can say that with confidence right now. If Quinn Ewers ain't got a run game at Texas, he finna have a long day. Exactly. Now it's a different team, so got to take that. But you're right. You're right about that. People are saying any team that we play that's got a name for itself somewhat, Texas. Some people are saying we'll lose to USC. Some are saying to Washington, Ohio State, Oregon. You know what I'm saying? So they just went gung ho on us losing. You know, they so ready for us to lose. You guys are gonna be horrible. You're gonna lose to this team and this team and that team. Like, bro, shut up. You guys lost 45 seniors. You guys lost 44 seniors. Yep, we did. We lost all our starters on offense and defense and all their backups. Our whole team is nothing but freshmen. We got nothing but freshmen starting everywhere. We got nothing but freshmen and for a couple sophomores that stayed around. Our whole team is freshmen and sophomores. That's it. We lost everyone. We lost it all. Horns down. Texas lost their running back, lost their interior defense, a secondary. That was dead last in college football. Yep. I think they lost a back too, I believe. Don't quote me. Texas is overrated in my opinion. Lost two running backs and two tackles. That's what I thought. I thought they lost a running back. Seems like this season was a replica of the 21 season where we were picked to lose 5 games. Yeah, because we lost so much and we do have a tougher schedule than normal. We ain't had a schedule this tough in a while. I'm just going to keep it real. We ain't had one this tough in a little minute. At least not with the caliber of players that we'll be going against. Because USC maybe is down a little bit this year, but they still got high caliber players. Same with Washington, who lost a ton, lost their coach. You know what I'm saying? But they still have, a higher caliber of athletes. What if Michigan repeats? Then it's gonna be a long year for Ohio State fans. It's gonna be a long year for them. They thought I was trolling them. It's gonna get real bad. We win another one. It's gonna get real bad. Michigan are the national champs. I never forget. I gotta order me some more stuff. I gotta put my Michigan stuff back up, and I need to order me a couple little plaques or something, undefeated or champs, all that type of stuff. I need to order me some more. I got about 3 or 4 championship shirts though. Yeah, I got like 3 or 4 of them championship shirts. Let's get it. Oh, if we repeat, they gonna want Ryan Day head. That's for sure. It confuses me because they take up for him. A lot of them take up for him, and it's not that they're taking up for him because a lot of them take up for him. It seems like just because he's their coach, which I understand because we went through that with Harbaugh. But if and I'm what I'm about to say is coming from if I was an Ohio State fan. If I was an Ohio State fan and we haven't lost to Michigan in so long, and now we've lost to them 3 years in a row, and they won the national championship, like I want you gone, bro. Like you've let something happen that hasn't happened in so long, bro. You got to go. I don't care how good you say you are or how good Joe Klatt says you are. You got to go. You done let these. Not only did you let them beat us and win the Big Ten, you done let these folks win a championship. Boy, you got to go. Ain't no way, boy. It couldn't be me. You done let this man win a championship? Mm-mm. Ain't no way. This dude got to go. I love crying Ryan. Yeah, I mean it's hard not to like him. He be on the sideline when we play Ohio State. He be on the sideline looking like he doing that type of stuff, and like he just waiting for something bad to happen. Like he know they finna lose. He be on the sideline like he know they finna lose. Like here we go again. Like he just knows something bad finna happen. Yep. See, they just so happy this year. They just think they guaranteed to beat us. Well, they kind of think it's guaranteed, but they still nervous because they ain't got no quarterback. So they still nervous. They still nervous. They want the NCAA to go and do something drastic so we can, so we lose our recruits or something. So our good players transfer. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't got no quarterback, so they in a similar position that we're in. They don't know who their starter's gonna be. I don't know why OSU is confident with that offensive line at that quarterback, and if they think they're gonna run the dang ball, then they're stupid. Yeah, they wild if they think they're gonna run the ball. What's funny is they think they is. What's funny to me is they look at the names of the backs and they're so focused on we got Judkins and we got what's his name? Henderson. That's fine, but who's blocking for them? They're only as good as their blockers. Now I haven't watched enough of Judkins, but if he ain't doing what Kenneth Walker could do, he don't need some good blocking or great blocking. That dog on Kenneth Walker was unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? If he ain't like that, Kenneth Walker will make a way out of no way. You know what I'm saying? If he ain't like that, then they got problems still. It's about the offensive line. They banking on our offseason losses, Jim, JJ, etc., but that's not going to save them. No, they looking for something to save them. I mean, we do, but we don't know who the starter is. You know what they say: if you got 2, you don't got 1. You know what I'm saying? Which I believe that for the most part too. You know what I'm saying? So That's what I mean when I say they don't know what a quarterback is. You don't know who it is yet. I like the coach blitzes so much today. Put the pressure on those QBs and see who could recognize and adjust. Yeah. And I'm not gonna front. Davis Warren was poised back there. When that blitz was coming, he was poised. He was poised almost every time when the blitz came. You know what I'm saying? And you could see the difference between a Davis Warren who's been around 3-4 years, even Orgy, and then when Jaden Davis was back dropping back and those blitzes were coming, Jaden didn't even see it. He didn't even see it that one time, and that's why he can't start. That's why he can't start. Because there's so much to do with line protection, the defense, the protection, who's blitzing, and also just reading the coverage pre-snap that he'll forget that blitz is coming, or he might not even see it. If that's a real game today, Jaden Davis might be on the sideline like knocked out. That's because he didn't see that dude. That's a fumble. That's probably a fumble, or that's a shot. Like you about to get smacked. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, bro. That's a good saying, bro. That comes back from time immemorial. That's a good saying, bro. If you got two quarterbacks, you don't got one. You got to have one quarterback. This is our guy. He's our guy. If you got two, you don't got one. Yeah, he ain't ready. He ain't ready for everything that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to make those line protections and you got to know the protection, plus reading the defense and all that stuff. He ain't ready yet. I mean, hey, a lot of people don't know what to do with two quarterbacks. A lot of people don't know what to do with two quarterbacks, though. You know what I'm saying? We see it all the time. But I think that's more for when you're doing the flip-flopper, when you're doing the flip-flop stuff. I think that's really what the saying is when you're flip-flopping them. All right, you get one series, you get two series, and you get one series. All right, you got two quarterbacks, you don't got one. Like, you pick somebody, Let's see. Did I mention wide receivers? I mean, what do we have? Fred Moore looked good. Tyler Morris, Tyler Morris looked good. Didn't see much from Peyton O'Leary. Didn't see much from Samaj. Kendrick Bell, Ronnie Bell's brother, looked good on a go route. Looked real nice. He was going against fourth stringers. So, but hey, all he did was run smooth past him. So all he did was run right past him. So hey, it ain't my fault. You don't know what you're doing, but it was nice throw, a nice catch by Davis Warren. We really just need somebody to step up and be that go-to number one. They say it's Tyler Morris, but it's still got to be proven in game, because practice ain't the game, You got to prove that those hands and those routes are going to be on time and you're going to catch that rock. But we need a guy out of the portal. Honestly, we do need probably two guys out of the portal, and we need veteran receivers. We need a couple veterans. We just a little too young at receiver for me. You know what I'm saying? We just a little bit too young, and we need somebody with a bigger body too. Because Fred Moore looked like he didn't work out at all during the offseason. He looks like a track guy. Samaj is diminutive. He's kind of a smaller guy. Tyler Morris, he's straight. He kind of looks the part a little bit more, but Fred Moore is so skinny. He looks like a track guy. I want you to look that part. I want you to look like you in that weight room all the time. Like that's just me. I want you in that weight room. But Fred Moore did look fast. He did. He looked fast. Yeah, who you talking about? Cabana? Cole Cabana? I'm not sure what's going on with him. He got in the block for Fred Moore on a reverse and didn't get any more carries. Meanwhile, Dunlap is getting 20 carries and like this dude is a spring game legend. Dunlap is a spring game legend. This is crazy. Yep, that's what we need. We got small little smurfs at receiver. That's why you throwing them hard slant routes like I've been saying all last year and the year before. Yeah, we got small dudes. We got some small dudes. Hey, I don't know if you're gonna see them slants. You know, Samaj just let the slant go right through his hands in the Rose Bowl. I was so mad. I wanted him off the team right there. Because he had already, Samaj had dropped that punt in the Rose Bowl when he let that slant on third down go through his hands. I wanted Samaj off the team. I was done. You off the team. I'm through with you. I was so mad. Boy, I was steaming. If we would have lost that game, I probably would have still been ranting about Samaj. Like, it dude that cost me a Rose Bowl, boy, it cost me a championship. That man dropped that punt, and then he let that ball go through his hands on third down. I was so mad. I was steaming, boy. I promise you, I was mad. Yep, Klein and Loveland, they're gonna be some serious. I look for the tight ends to be play a bigger role, kind of like when we had McCune and Gentry. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for them to take a bigger role this year. Honestly, because we're gonna need them to probably. We're probably gonna need them to. Let's see. Hey, Samaj, boy. If I didn't see Samaj again after that, boy, I was like, man, this little knucklehead, little freshman. I was so mad. Like, bro, why is he out there? He already done dropped the punt. Like, bro, he already set them up for points. Like, why is this dude out there? Like, why are we going to this dude on third down? Freshman. Like, I was so mad about that. Man, I'm just glad we won. Or I probably right now I would still be mad at Samaj if we lost that game. I can guarantee I'd still be mad at him. Oh yeah, I don't doubt that he will. It's just in that moment at the Rose Bowl, like, bro, you done dropped the punt and you letting big time a beautiful pass by JJ go through your hands. You off the team. You off the team. Like I done been through too much. I done been through too much, man. You off the team, Samaj. No, just go. Let's go. You off the team. You about to cost me a Rose Bowl? You out of here. Just go. Just go. Leave. Just go. Leave your stuff. You off the team. Like I don't. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. I'm over here going crazy. Like it was that serious for me. Like I can't take this. Hey, that boy took that jump 90. He never recovered. He never recovered. He done went 90 and he never recovered from that. Yeah, the moment was too big for him, which is understandable. He's a freshman, you know. Yeah, yeah, I did blame them because it just didn't make sense for me to be running plays for him like that. Not on no third down, especially not after he muffed that punt, because that was like the first punt. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy to me that you go back to him on a crucial third down. I was like, bro, I'm about to blow a gasket. I'm about to blow a gasket. Honestly, our special him and Thaw, boy, them boys had me so hot in that playoff, man. Against Bama, them boys muffin punts. Then against Washington, these dudes are too deep and they letting the ball drop. I'm like, bro, what are y'all doing? Like, you two boneheads, both of y'all off the team. Hey, I was ready to kick people. I was ready to kick people off the team last year. I'm the little league coach. Y'all off the team. Samaj Star, y'all off the team. I'm ready to kick people off the team last year in the playoff, boy. Yeah, Samaj is little. And I need them dudes to get in the weight room. Like, bro, you have to get in that weight room. I don't like the way Fred Moore still looks. And I don't like the way what's his name looks. Honestly, I don't like the way most of them look. I don't like the way Peyton O'Leary looks like he ain't barely worked out. I don't like Fred Moore looks like he ain't barely working out. I don't like the way Samaj look like he ain't barely worked out. But that's just me. I like my receivers to look like they're in the weight room all the time. Like, so I can be the best version of myself. If you're not putting 110% on the weights, you're not the best version of yourself yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just a fact. Like, I can remember when I was in high school and I was just a naturally quick and fast dude, but you don't realize how much better and how much faster you can be, how much stronger and powerful you can be until you start taking the weight serious. You know what I'm saying? Then you start reaching plateaus like, man, I'm faster, stronger, quicker than I ever was. You have to hit those weights hard. Yo, Johnny, think about it. Our tight ends are the biggest mismatch. You can match Corn is on them. They're too big, and linebackers are not used covering where the OSU tight end. Think about it. Oh yeah, we're gonna use our tight ends. That's the big mismatch. Loveland is coming in as the best tight end this year, and we already know they've been splitting him out wide since he was a freshman. So that's a big mismatch. And then Klein is looking. They saying Klein is baby. Basically baby Loveland. You know what I'm saying? Like a younger version of Loveland. So yeah, this is a mismatch, but you still want to get something out them receivers. You know what I'm saying? Because those dudes are gonna get a lot of coverage. You know what I'm saying? Teams are gonna worry about the known commodity when they see our offenses, they see our offense next year. So what's the known commodity? Donovan Edwards. So we got guys in the box. Donovan Edwards and Colston Loveland. So Colston Loveland is going to get a lot of attention. You know what I'm saying? Now that could free up Klein, depending on how he comes along, But you want those wide receivers to take advantage of Loveland getting so much attention by the defense. Loveland's going to get a lot of attention. So you want Tyler Morris, Fred Moore, Samaj to be able to take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I've been preaching about Donovan's chicken legs for some years now. I never understood it. How you? Because he was always big up top. Like you got to get them legs, bro. You got to get them legs looking like that. You got to work on them legs, bro. You a running back, man. Yep. Take those hits and punishment also. You know what I'm saying? Bigger, faster, stronger. That's what it's about. You have to. Football is just something you have to do it. Like you just have to. And especially you want to get better. It's going to help you get better. But most of our receivers, I'm looking like, bro, are y'all working out or what? Are y'all working? I need y'all in that weight room, brothers. Yeah, natty or bust. Michigan and OSU spring game tells us everything we need to know. Yeah, they still soft. To me, they already, and this is just my opinion. You can take it for what you want. To me, Ohio State has kind of an arrogance like they just won the championship. You know what I'm saying? Like they got an arrogance about them like they won the championship. And just because those dudes came back, that they ain't really got a, like, all right. They got an arrogance about them like we can just show up. We can just show up. We can just show up and we're going to win the championship. That's not to say that this is true or false. That's just the feel I get for them. Like, we can just show up. At Donovan. Yeah, but he don't look like it. Well, maybe his legs. He's skipping. He been skipping squat day. Braylon was a beast. Mario Manningham was a stud. Peoples Jones had all the talent in the world. He was just at Michigan at the wrong time. You know, Shea Patterson. He was just there at the wrong time. Let's see. I honestly think OSU dudes came because they didn't like their draft stock. Well, some of them probably, you're right. JTT, Jack Sawyer, they stock couldn't have been that high because they ain't did nothing barely. Denzel Burke, Lathan Ransom, you know. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right about that. What does it say about Bellamy that Harbaugh didn't try to pull him to the NFL? Plus, he has the weakest room in the program. Should Moore have hired another wide receiver coach? Probably. He probably should have. And you notice we lost the dudes that we probably had the most promise in. Carmelo English, I think he was going to be a stud. Darius Clemens, we'll find out, but he had all the hype. You know what I'm saying? Amarian Walker, you know what I'm saying? Stud, freak of nature type dudes that can, you know, Darius Clemens, he's 6'3", looks like David Boston or something. Amarian Walker, tall, fast, quick. Who knows what he's capable of at receiver? And, you know, Carmelo English looked like he was going to be a stud. You know what I'm saying? So that, to me, that says something about him. If I'm gonna keep it 100, I've wanted Ron Bellamy fired about the last 2 years. I've been ready to get rid of him. I've been ready for him to go. I ain't gonna front. I can confirm the soft mindset Ohio fans have, Johnny. Living here, they were talking so much smack to me prior to the spring game about the recruiting classes and returning players. Yeah, they kind of just feel like they've already won the championship or something. Like they have a cockiness and an arrogance to them that's It's quite sickening. It's quite sickening, if I don't say so. Do we have a third running back? Right now, it's probably Benjamin Hall. Maybe it possibly could be Dunlap. I doubt it, but it's a possibility. You know, the spring game champion. Dunlap is a spring game legend. Probably. Oregon probably will beat them. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh yeah, they're all in the recruiting rankings. Oh yeah, it's wide receiver. That's the most important position in the portal that we need to get somebody from in the portal. As we saw today, the second corner is probably on the team. The second corner is probably on the team. We just don't know who's the best at it yet. But it's DJ Waller and Hill. It's probably one of them. Them dudes look like they probably ready to play and start now. One of them, you know. So it's really wide receiver. That's the most important thing. Bro, I'm trying to figure out what Cole Cabana has done to be this. He's in a doghouse that that's unheard of. I haven't seen a dude this far in the doghouse in a long time. Like, I thought he wasn't gonna play at first. Because I was asking in my group chat, like, where's Cole Cabana? Then he comes in to block for Fred Moore on a reverse. I don't think he got any carries in that game. And he was on the same team as Dunlap. Dunlap had like 20-some carries or something. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you got it. Like, how far is this dude in the doghouse? Like, what is he doing to not get a chance? Like, I don't get it. This is why I wish I was at practice so I could figure out, like, what's going on. Like, bro, I thought this dude would be contributing. Like, I need answers. I can't sleep at night wondering why Cole Cabana ain't getting no carries. Can I see him in the spring game? Is that too much to see him in the spring game? They doing the you get nothing on Cole Cabana. They doing that on you, Cole Cabana. Cole Cabana say, am I going to get some carries today, coach? You get nothing. You get nothing. Oh, Cole ain't getting nothing, boy. Like, God. No, it's just, you know, the hype. It was the hype. And that's why I don't like to follow recruiting that close, because I see a dude like, man, this dude got promise. He's fast. Looks like he's in the weight room, at least for his size. And then now I'm like this. Why could Cole Cabana ain't playing? Is Cole Cabana playing? Now I'm hoping and looking and watching for Cole Cabana all the time. That's why I don't like to get into recruiting rankings like that, or the recruiting hype. The same with Darius Clemens. When I got hyped about him, is Darius in? Is he in? And we didn't won a championship, and Darius Clemens was on the sideline for like all of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I have to just wait for him to come and then see what I see from spring game and on the field. Because when I start watching the recruiting highlight tapes and stuff, I start like, man, this dude gonna be a beast. You know what I'm saying? And then I done got my hopes up for nothing. Cole Cabana looked like he doing it to me. Bro, it's not a concern. I just want to see what he can do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not concerned about, man, we need him to play. I just want to see what he can do. It's a spring game. You know what I'm saying? I done seen the hype. So I just want to see what he can do. It's a spring game. I'm ready for Dunlap to leave. I'm going to keep it real. Strictly for spring game purposes so other people can get some carries. Tired of this dude getting 20 carries in the spring game all the time. Yep. Let's just keep the clock. Let's just keep the clock. Let's just give it to Dunlap 15 more times. I'm tired of this dude, boy. Move Cabana to slot. They might be right. Hey, I'm tired of this dude because I just knew I was gonna see it. Because the thing about me is, I want to judge dudes for myself, right or wrong. I want to have the chance to judge them for myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I want to see them be able to do something. Like, I would have just liked to see Cole Cabana get a screen or something, or get a little swing pass, or, get a couple carries just so I could see, because I had the hype of last year of how fast he was. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to, I always want the chance to judge a dude and get to see him myself. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not at practice. So if we don't get to see him half the time, you're not going to see it. You're just not going to see it. Some athletes could be, some people are just lazy. Some people don't get the scheme. It's very reason why certain players don't work. It's not like they don't have the athletic ability. Yeah, I just want to see him. I just want the chance to see him so I can judge. Because, hey, you might say I'm full of myself, but sometimes I think I can see stuff in these players that the coaches don't see. And that could be on, it's not every day at practice. He's not consistent. The one day I saw him, he had a good practice or a good spring game. You know what I'm saying? But either way, whether it's in a regular season game or whatever, I just like to judge players for myself and see, because I can see potential. So I'm full of myself, but hey, so what? I want to judge them. Yeah, Darius Clemens, you're right. He had all the hype, all the potential, all the athletic ability in the world, and we never saw him. And I knew, and that's why I say I see stuff that people don't see. I knew Darius Clemens was going to transfer after the Ohio State game because I could see it on his face. He wasn't celebrating. He was like, I'm about to get out of here. Like, I knew he was going to transfer after the Ohio State game. I just knew, because he got to play some, but he didn't get no shine. He came in for some run plays, but he didn't get no shine. I was like, when the game was over and everybody was celebrating, he looked like, man, I'm about to get out of here. I knew. I was like, Darius Clemens is transferring. I knew then. Yeah. And we not at practice, so we don't get the consistency of seeing him. He could be a bonehead for 4 days out the week, and then we see him for one, and we like, why he ain't playing? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get it. But honestly, with Cole Cabana, I just want to see him because he's been on campus for 2 years, and we ain't got to see this dude do nothing. Not in the spring game. That's what's just crazy to me. We can't see him in the spring game, coach. We can't see him get a couple carries in the spring game. All right. Okay. We can't see him. Can't see him get a swing pass in the spring game. All right. We can't see him get in the spring game, coach. I want Dunlap off my team, and I want Cole Cabana to get his spring game carries today. I want Dunlap off the team, and I want Cole Cabana to get them carries. I'm tired tired of seeing Dunlap. When I seen him get carries, I was like, this dude's still on the team? He's still there? This is crazy. This dude's still there? Hey, 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 I bet Dunlap come to the sideline because him and Cole Cabana was on the same team. I bet he come to the sideline and Cole Cabana probably over there like, been here long enough. Good carry. Been here 8 years. You should be. But you got your doctorate, don't it? You ever gonna leave? Spring game legend, ain't it? This dude got 70 carries in the spring games. I'd be looking at him the same way if I was a young back. Like, man, this dude. But hey, you never know. This might be Dunlap breakout year. You're right. Hey, that's crazy, bro. He came in with Brad Hawkins. That's crazy. That's wild. But you never know. Dunlap, this could be Dunlap's breakout year. You never know. You never know. Man, it don't make no sense, bro. But that's how it go. It's doggone COVID. These dudes making a career out of being in college, I guess. Hey, I guess college is a blast. It's a lot of work for an athlete, but hey, that real world smack you in the face. This real world is after college, it's all downhill for the most part. It ain't nothing but responsibilities after college. So hey, if you can stick around and play college football as long as you can, you might as well, because after that, it ain't nothing but responsibilities and more responsibilities. Guess what's up for Tuesday? Responsibilities. What are you doing this Wednesday? I don't know. I got responsibilities. Thursday, what's on the menu? Bills and responsibilities. That's all after college. That's all you getting. Bills and responsibilities. I can just hear Menace to Sports Monday. Orgy can't throw. Davis Warren is gonna toast them. Yeah. That sounds about right. To me, Orgy just took what was given to him. Most of his throws, those little drags and crossing routes he was taking, those are good throws. And he threw them where they can run after the catch. So those were good throws to me. McBurrows, this should be McBurrows' year. Honestly, this should be his year. If he can stay healthy, this is his year to shine. Like, honestly. Dunlap trying to get his. Hey, this could be his year. You never know. You never know how it shakes out. And who you'll need to step up. Dunlap could come in very handy, because you never know who's gonna get dinged up, especially at running back, So, having him on the roster, being able to, block, he's big, he's been around, so he could come in handy. He is slow, but he could come in handy, He definitely could. But to me, he's probably fourth string. Donovan, Mullins, Benjamin Hall, and then Dunlap. Orgy needs the same mindset that he had the last drive, and that's all Michigan needed. Mix in with this running ability, we are unstoppable. And that's what I feel. Same as you, bro. I feel the same way. I guess I'm gonna stay on for a couple more minutes, then I'm gonna go and get off of here. We done pretty much chopped it up about everything. Rewatching the spring game, they play McBurrows at every position. I like that. Yeah, I like that we got dudes that are like that, kind of jack of all trades, like Mikey was, like Sainer still was. That Sainer still, what he did last year is starting. I think that's gonna kind of, in this defense, that's gonna kind of become a position. You know, that nickel jack of all trades, that nickel that can move back to safety if you need him to. Not all the time, but maybe if you need him to, or, you know, on a little disguise type of play, you know, or he can play outside. He can blitz, you know, a guy that's probably just good at everything, you know, a Swiss Army knife kind of player, a Charles Woodson type of player. Because that's really who played like that. The guy that really did what Mike Sainer still did, not at Michigan, but when Woodson got to Green Bay, that's what he did. He was in the slot, he was blitzing, he was in the slot, playing coverage, playing on the outside, just all over, blitzing, getting interceptions. You know, I think that's going to become the new position, like for the dude that's a stud that can do everything, because you're going to ask him to do a lot. You need to go buy you a Fisher Price hammer for these LSU fans. Oh, they'd be so bad. The hammer is coming. Here it is. It'd be like this big. Oh my God. Not the Viper. Not that. We ain't calling it the Viper. We ain't. No, we done with that. We done with them days. You know, I don't know what we're gonna call it. The Swiss Army knife. That's good enough. Not no Viper. The Swiss Army knife. I'm good at everything. But I guess I'm gonna go and get out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all joining the live, chopping it up about the spring game. Everything going on. Defense looked good, fast, physical. Them boys was hitting. Physical, just a physical game. You know, just a physical game against your own team, you know. But it was good to see quarterbacks. Orgy looks good, promising. Davis Warren looking like he's comfortable. He's comfortable and poised. Denegal, try again next year. Yeah, you know, this Tuttle's hurt. So, and Jaden Davis looked like a young kid that has touch, can throw it, but he's young. So we still got too many goals to start a freshman. This team is too good to start a freshman, because you're going to have a game where he's going to make a lot of freshman mistakes, and sometimes you can't afford that. You know, it might be a game, it might be multiple games. You just can't afford it. You know, so Jaden Davis, you got promise, but probably not this year. But all right, y'all, let me go and get out of here. And, you know, like, share, subscribe. And as always, go blue.